Hey everyone, this is your girl Sue Fearless. Okay, and I'm here doing what I do, sitting with my peoples, with family.
What's going on? How
Yes,
you doing?
and just for you guys who don't know, I'm a business, finance, and lifestyle expert, and I focus on helping folks elevate their voice and maximize their potential. Okay, so that is what the conversation is going to be around today. We're going to talk about the projects we've been working on in Dubai, internationally. I'm sitting here with Vina Love, who is
Hey,
our
y'all.
headliner. Yes, and I'm sitting here with Excell, who is the CEO of VIP Global International and Fearless
Peace.
International Agency. All right, so we're
Yes.
just going to get right to it, right?
That's right. Let's get
All
it.
right. All right. So first of all, we definitely want to break down what our companies and agencies represent. So tell me a little bit about Invite Only VIP and Fearless International Agency.
Thank you. And appreciate you guys for your time, for your attention. Invite Only Global VIP is a platform. It's actually a community that we created to travel to exotic locations, to developing nations that will allow the guests or the VIP to experience that VIP energy on a global scale at these exotic locations. So Invite Only Global VIP, literally, currently we did about 3 trips, one to Punta Cana, we did 2 to Dubai. And every time we travel to these countries, we take a group of individuals with us. It's a substantial amount of people, so we help boost the local economy in that area. We get a lot of access to different things due to the fact that we go with a group of individuals that, on average, they spend roughly around $3,000 per experience because we're there for 5 days, and it's all a VIP experience, from travel, ground transportation, daily breakfast, VIP access to the events, clearly resources, networking, building relationships with the locals. All of that stuff is included into this experience, which is Invite Only Global VIP. Just imagine just being a VIP in any environment, any situation. It means that you will be treated in a specific, with a specific level of catering. So that's the intention with us, is to have a community of people to travel the world, and we go to these countries and we help everyone in our group experience what a VIP should experience overseas. Now, Fearless International Agency is an agency that focuses on entrepreneurs and on artists as well. So the goal is to create a representative at the international level for entrepreneurs and for artists. So if an artist, for instance, like in this case, we have Vina here sitting with us, someone like Vina's caliber, she will be looking for a potential residency, investments, collaborations, sponsorships overseas. She can deal with us. We'll go as an agency, go to these locations, and we'll facilitate, or we'll orchestrate situations that will complement her level of interest as an artist. And same thing as entrepreneurs. It will be the same case scenario where we have access to these countries and we can build with local real estate agents, with local executives, with local venture capitalists in these locations, and give the entrepreneur an option to outsource beyond just the local, regional, or national network that he or her may have. You know what I'm saying? So the goal is to ultimately encourage everybody to start outsourcing internationally at these developing nations. Now, the reason we choose a place like Dubai, because clearly Dubai is a developing country. Like right now, a lot of people's hitting me up, hey, what's going on out there? We heard about what happened in Dubai with the rain situation. Dubai is a developing nation. It's like back to normal for them. It was just a situation that happened, and they have so much money that they out there cloud seeding. That's how much money they got. They're playing with the clouds.
Right.
That goes to tell you that they got the bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's a country where you want to go and bet your money in and say, you know what? Follow the money. I'll follow it in places like Qatar, places like Kuwait, places like Bahrain, places like Dubai, in those areas of the world. Just think about Dubai. Right now, the UAE as a whole, the United Arab Emirates, is considered one of the top 5 most developed countries in the world. They currently making way more money than places like Canada, places like Mexico, places like France and Italy. The UAE, and the total population in the UAE is only like 9 million people. Let's just be real. And they already in the top 5 as the highest GDP grossing countries in the world. You know what I'm saying? So these are the kind of things that we follow. And we as an agency and as a company, as an Invite Only Global VIP and Fearless International Agency, the intention is to follow the countries that are developing, put ourselves in position so that way we can have other resources and other options besides what we have in America. Because clearly in America, from what I'm hearing from a lot of people that I speak to, a lot of things is oversaturated. at the highest level, especially in entertainment. When it comes to entertainment, when it comes to business, a lot of things are oversaturated, and there's a lot of red tape that we have to navigate through just to get through a meeting, just to get a meeting. And in our case, we have a $25 million yacht in Dubai that was given to me just because I told them that we was coming to Dubai. Right. You know what I'm saying? We have access to the world's first, tallest infinity sky pool at Outer Sky Pool just because I told them that I'm coming back because we was there last year. You know how much red tape I got to go through just to get a rooftop pool in the city? Right. Come on, we all know that. Like, this is not, I'm not knocking my city. I love the hood and all that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let's keep it real. At the end of the day, we have to learn how to outsource in order for us to elevate and go to the next level, because that next level in this generation requires for you to be international. It requires for you to have access to resources beyond just your regional, national, or local reach. You have to be able to outsource at that level. So Invite Only Global VIP provides a community. Fearless International provides representation, and that was a long-winded answer, but that's the answer.
No, but that was good. That was good. We got a lot of what we needed to hear about both companies, so that's great. So I'm very excited, to have partnered up with you with Fearless International Agency, and taking things to the next level. So before we talk about the opportunities for like artists and things like that, I know we do have 4 tiers to our trips that we're curating, and I know part of it is adventure, luxury, for the artist and for the entrepreneur, right? For the creative. So how do you tailor your travel experiences to accommodate the unique needs and interests of artists and entrepreneurs?
Great question. So I had the luxury to speak to one of our kings in here. He's a fashion designer. So let's just say I'm gonna use that experience as an example. And he says, yo, okay, I'm interested in traveling to Dubai with you guys. So we'll curate the itinerary to help enhance what he stands for, what he's interested in. So he's a fashion designer. My intention is now to find local individuals, entrepreneurs out there, local venture capitalists out there, local investors out there that are interested in fashion. So if once we get that conversation going in Dubai, then I could come to you and say, Sue, let's put together a panel, and then put together a couple of pop-up shops. Let's put together a couple of brand activation events for this fashion designer. In fact, we have an event scheduled we're gonna be in the desert. Let's do a desert safari fashion week or fashion show. Let's curate it so that way this individual finds value in the fact that, yo, I'm going to Dubai, not only for the experience, but to actually elevate the brand that I already have been pushing for the X amount of years. So we'll curate the itinerary based on the individual's interests. I had another conversation with another brother. He was telling me about the potential of having a liquor brand out there, or just having finding distribution for a liquor company, and that's something else that we can curate as well. Because I have access to liquor distribution companies in the UAE. I have access to venues in the UAE. I have access to individuals that will be interested in actually exploring a new product out there. So we can also do a product activation. We can also do a tasting for that particular brand out there. Because guess what? I just mentioned it earlier. We have a sky pool. So we can put together a whole tasting at the sky pool, in the infinity pool, at Outer Sky Pool on the 88th floor, overseeing the, you know what I'm saying? Like the opportunities, the options are endless. And it could be curated to artists, to entrepreneurs, to products, to services, to anyone that's interested in just elevating their product or their service to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely, because there are so many opportunities out there, right? So it's not just, for an artist, it's not just for an entrepreneur, it's anything. You can also, look into investing in real estate out there as well. There's a lot of building out there. They're building a lot. So there is opportunity for that out there too. And you'll be surprised, I went out there in January, and I always share my stories. So I went out there with a different mindset. I thought that, they do have the finances. Yes, they are rich out there, but I thought they would be richer in other things as well. And they weren't. They were lacking a lot of the things that we have here. A lot of our cultural opportunities, a lot of our businesses that we have out here, they don't have. Even to minimalistic, and not to minimize that industry, but like even a yoga studio or something like that. So they don't have a lot of the things that we have here. So that's why we see that as potential, right? And Dubai is not the only country. Mm-hmm. There's so many countries that are developing that need some of the stuff that we have to offer, right? So I went there, I saw it, and I was like, I came back with the mindset like, no, I have to go back. There's a lot of networking, a lot of building that I have to do out there. And I meet Excell, and boom, we're here now, right? So there's so much opportunity out there. And we need to, just think about just grabbing it, right? Before it gets oversaturated, right? Because it's oversaturated here.
That's right.
So, this is why we're having these conversations, and a lot of the things that we like to talk about too is like gatekeeping and things like that. So that's what we're not doing, right? This is why we're here sitting down sharing this information, right, with you. Not a lot of people do that. So let's talk about some of the projects that we're working on now, right, with the expansion, sharing the knowledge, things like that. Let's talk about some of the cities that we're visiting and what are the different opportunities that we're offering.
Yeah, for sure. So, but earlier you mentioned something about 4 pillars. So, yes, we cater to entrepreneurs, we cater to artists, we cater to luxury lovers and adventure seekers. So these 4 pillars are the pillars that we focus on because there's a target market in each one of those pillars. There are people that just want to travel because of adventure. There are people that just want to travel because they want to enjoy the luxuries of life. There are obviously there's clearly a lot of artists, a lot of entertainers, and of course there's entrepreneurs as well. So we cater to those 4 markets just to target those specific individuals. And the reason why we are being effective with what we're doing is because we are actually curating these Q&As across the country. It's not just here in New York. You know, as you mentioned earlier, we do travel to other locations outside of the state of New York to gain, to start the dialogue and start the conversation about international travel and the options available for artists, for entrepreneurs, for adventure seekers, and for luxury lovers at the overseas level. So, as I was saying earlier, we'll go to Orlando, and we're expecting to go out there July 6th. Next month, May 18th, we are in New Orleans. We'll be June 2nd in Atlanta. So now, let's just say, for instance, obviously with Vina, next year, when we'll sit down and we'll map out 2025, the 2025 calendar for Vina, and we can bring to the table and say, hey, Vina, listen, we'll be tapping these cities next year. So whatever you see fit, if you want to do a walkthrough, you want to do a show, you want to do whatever it is, a media run at these locations, that's an option as well. So you can add that to your schedule. That helps facilitate. And also, it helps add value to what you have going on. So and that I'll take that as a segue to kind of like just bring you into the conversation because you are a key part of what we got going on as an artist. And what I'm actually interested in actually hearing from you is, what motivated you to even consider being a part of a project like this?
Well, one, I do take a lot of pride in my conversations and who I'm having them with. So when the conversation came with us, you've actually done something in my face before. I've headlined my first show in New York City in SOBs years ago and through you. So I already know that what's being said can be done. And then you had said something else to me about this golden hamster wheel. And I was like, whoa, like, newsflash, this is what I've been going through for a long time now. Like, constantly doing the same shows, meeting the same people, the same events, the same clubs, the same promoters. It was just consistently the same thing over and over again. And then you feel like you're not progressing. You feel like you're just moving at the same rate all the time. So once like certain key things were said to me, it was just like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. And the more I thought like that and the more we spoke about it and the more you showed me more things, I was like, oh, this could really work because it's so many of my peers that are so afraid of just moving out. They're afraid of hearing no. They're afraid of going somewhere and it doesn't work out at all, so they feel like they wasted everything. And I feel like a person that's really a business person understands that you're gonna go up and come back down. You're gonna move right and gotta go left. It's gonna happen. If you're afraid of that, there's no point in doing it. So I think for me, being a good example to my peers and other artists and other entrepreneurs around me, I have to believe in it in order for me to bring it to them, for them to believe in it. So it made sense to me, and the more I speak about it, the more it makes sense to other people. Now it's just about getting the fear out of them the same way I had to get it out of me.
So how do you feel expanding your portfolio internationally is at this stage in your career is going to benefit you?
I think it's going to be great for me. Another thing I take a lot of pride in is that I'm very adjustable. I can, whatever my environment is, we can make do with whatever we got to do. So being out there, I think it'll be really fun for me, a different experience. And again, I've been here doing everything so long. I'm ready to branch out and see other things. And I just feel like as an artist creatively, period, just being in a whole different space, you have other things to speak about. Just health-wise, the air is different. Like, see, I'm sitting here, I just start choking for no reason. But being out there, just breathing a different kind of air and just shaking different hands and having different kinds of conversations, I think that's better for anybody that's a creative or anybody that's in a business field, period. So I think it's going to be amazing for me. And I'm also into other things other than music and running my label. I'm I'm into yoga sometimes. My mom's into yoga. We get her a yoga shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different things that we could do. So why not?
Yeah. So really quick, actually, I want to ask you, how would you encourage, other artists or your peers, that are interested in coming to this, but they have that fear? Like, how would you encourage them to take that leap of faith?
I think,
What would you share?
I think something that changes your mind when you're so set on something is seeing and speaking to other people. So I think what we do here with our Q&As is such a big deal because you want to visually see someone tell you, like, nah, bro, like, yeah, like, this is what we're doing. Like, we did this already, and we're going to do it again whether you go or not. And it's like, well, damn, don't leave me. So now it's not fear. Now you feel like you're being left out. Like, oh, this is a crazy opportunity. I don't want to miss this.
Right.
So it's about bringing the people to the Q&A and really meeting other people, getting to see who else is willing to go and be like, yo, I did meet a couple fashion designers. I probably should go to this trip. I might be able to make a whole line, like something they probably thought of 30 years ago, and now here's the time to do it. So I think just bringing people around everybody, I think, changes the whole perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been having these conversations centered around NIL, right? So I don't know if everybody's familiar with NIL, but it stands for name, image, and likeness. And mostly we hear about that in the sports industry, right? The young athletes that they have that opportunity to expand their NIL. So that's something that we want to share with artists now and entrepreneurs, right? Because that's so important, right? So we always talk about, especially as artists, right? So you sign with a label. You're basically, now you don't own 100% of your music. You don't own 100% of anything that's related to your music, right? So how do you maximize? You maximize with yourself, with your own brand, right? Your NIL. So Excell, expand a little bit about that on that. Vina, I also want to get your take on it.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you guys in here, have you ever heard of NIL? You heard of the concept of a NIL? Your name, your image, and your likeness? In sports, right? So athletes get a chance to actually negotiate deals, sponsorship deals, brand endorsement deals, and all types of situations based on their name, image, and likeness. Athletes. But the intention for Fearless International Agency is to create that benefit and that option and that resource, make it available for artists and for entrepreneurs. So we targeting these two different individuals from the entertainment side and from the business side, and telling them, hey, listen, have you ever considered enhancing your NIL? And clearly 99.9% of entrepreneurs and artists don't even think about their NIL because they just locked in whatever standard operating procedure that they've been working on for the past X amount of years. So now that we actually have a different option of capitalization, because you can capitalize based on your name, your image, and your likeness. And I'm gonna give you an example. Again, it's an example. Let's say Vina is traveling with us to Dubai. She headlines a show in Dubai, a concert in Dubai. And Vina is responsible for bringing 100 people to Dubai. Now, Vina's name, image, and likeness just enhanced because people realize that, wow, if Vina Love is able to go to Dubai with 100 people, and 100 people in Dubai for 5 days spend $3,000 each, she just helped the local economy boost over $300,000. Her name, her image, and her likeness will enhance dramatically just off that conversation alone. And of course, record labels is not going to explain that type of concept to you. They're not going to break it down to you at that level. Why? It's not beneficial to them. But we're not here to bash the record labels. They doing what's best for them. We doing what's best for our culture. That's the difference. So now, if we know that we have a client or we collaborating with someone like at Vina Love status, and we say, Vina, listen, we're going to put together an itinerary filled with events that will complement your name, your image, and your likeness. Vina Love hosting the Versace Palace dinner will enhance her name, her image, and her likeness. Clearly, Versace and Vina Love goes hand in hand because it's high level. So the goal is to start putting your name, your image, and your likeness in high level platforms. Mm-hmm. So when people start seeing these particular situations happen for you, now they come and they say, Vina, wow, I just saw you host the Versace Palace in Dubai. I want you to come host in New York. Okay, then guess what? This is my hosting fee. Because if you want me to come from Dubai to New York, this is the conversation I need to be having, right? And that's just based on one event that we're hosting in Dubai. And I just mentioned we have access to a $25 million yacht. We have access to desert safaris. We have access to infinity pools. Vina Love is all over this, right? She's responsible for these things to be to be the vibe that it's supposed to be. She's curating the vibe. Her name, her image, and her likeness will be enhanced just based on that particular presentation in itself. So this is how one artist can just benefit from an experience of being involved with us. And it goes along with brands, or whether it's a clothing line, whether it's a liquor brand, it's just product placement at the highest level possible. And then you have the rights to claim the fact that you travel. This brand took 100 people to Dubai. It's no lie. We got receipts. This artist was able to perform and headline a concert in Dubai with 100 American people that paid to go see her perform. It's facts. We have receipts.
You know what I think is so like, well, two things. Your NIL, in other words, is your hustle. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an artist or whatever it is, your NIL is literally your hustle. When you get up and you go do this show, when you go to this pop-up and you meet these people, that's your NIL. When you pulled up, did that name ring a bell? Right. When people mention your name, is it bad vibes? Is it good vibes? Your image, how you show up, what you look like, how you smell, how people remember you, all of those things. Yes. And your likeness, do you have manners? Do you shake hands? Do people remember you off of a conversation? It gets even down in depth into that. And when you go to a place like Dubai, again, it's big. It's this big, scary place we've never been to. Mm-hmm. But you got to remember you're also going with 100 other people that are just as scared as you. Right. And you're going to have those conversations with them too. And you're going to create an NIL within, you're going to boost your NIL within that too. Right. You're going to be meeting people that are going for the same exact thing that you're going for, trying to boost theirs as well. And just by you guys knowing each other and helping each other, you can meet another artist and just happen to bring an outfit for them. They post it, now you lit. Like, it's that simple. You just got to be around those people. And that's why your NIL is something that's so big and so important. And it's something people don't tell you because they don't want you to know that that's really the cheat code to success.
Yeah, and to kind of like piggyback on that, a lot of us we take pride in saying, oh, I know my worth. Mm-hmm. I know my value. But what exactly does that mean? Exactly. You know, when you say you know your worth, you know your value, but individually you might be right. Your individual worth, your individual value, okay, you absolutely 100% correct that you might know it better than most. Mm-hmm. But from a market standpoint, your value, your worth, or whatever you think you know of you, marketable, is probably not as high as you think, because no one really cares what you really got going on. When you actually say, hey, listen, I have this product, would you like to buy it? And then no one buys it. Now you realize that your worth, your value, or whatever, from a market standpoint, is not the same as an individual value. Yep. You know, your family, your friends, they will definitely co-sign and say, oh, yeah, girl, you got it. Oh, yeah, my dude, you the man. But when it comes to a market, the market might not consider you as valuable unless you bring value to that area. And with this situation, just the fact that we taking, the goal is to take 100 people to a country, and each individual could potentially spend $3,000 at the minimum. That in itself is value alone. So now when we come back from Dubai, October 17th, we sit down with Vina and we go over the numbers and say, Vina, this is what the country generated in 5 days while you was out there. And if they came close to pushing out $500,000, guess what? You're responsible for that as well, because people came to support that. Right, so because of we were able to generate almost a close to $500,000. So now, based on that, your actual market value is different than your individual value. Going back to your NIL, so now your name, image, and your likeness, based on a market, is worth close to $500,000, and we have the receipts to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Based on this one event that we did, we went 5 days to a country, and while we was out there, you were hosting, you were networking, you were meet and greeting, you was performing, you was doing all of these things. So guess what? That's part of your value now. So you come back home and you have a conversation with a promoter, you have a conversation with a venue, you have a conversation.
That price done went up.
That's
now,
what I'm
okay.
saying. So now you know your market value, right? Your market value versus your individual value is two different things. And this is what we're trying to help everyone enhance, your market value, based on your name, your image, and your likeness. So just going on this trip, the ultimate goal for an artist should be to enhance their NIL based on the market that we are going to go over there and do our presentation for. And then when you come home, now you have receipts that you can bring to the table and you can negotiate better. So let's just say, for instance, if you come home and you say as an artist, okay, I'm capable of bringing 50 people to a venue. So based on the 50 people, how much you charging at the door? You charging $20 at the door. And how much is an average drink? It's $20 for the average drink. And how much is for an average plate of just food and beverage? Okay, it's $20. So that's $60 that you could potentially gain Okay, so 60 times 50, my math is, if it works correct, is about $3,500. So give me 50% of that. That's the only way I'll step in there. And that's just if I'm a regular artist. If I'm working at the Vina Love level, I'm saying, oh, you're gonna have to drop at least 6 bands. Why are you coming with these numbers? You see what I just did? Check my Instagram.
Right.
Catch me in Dubai, or catch me in Morocco, or catch me in Ibiza, catch me in Barcelona. Now they gotta put that bread up. Because it's facts. You just came out there, you made almost $500,000. Like, what are we talking about? Don't nickel and dime me now. It's past that now. Because it's proven fact that I went overseas and I made something happen. And I don't have to be at your club right now. I could just focus on just building another event to going back overseas where they treat me better. And this is the conversation. This is the ground you guys got to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Because as we all mentioned, it's oversaturated. And it's only oversaturated because we are able to settle for whatever they give you. And now because the average Joe realizes like, oh, if Vina is settling for $100, I'm going to go over there and ask for $50. That's what happens.
But you have to show and prove.
Of course.
Right? Which is what we're talking about here. So, you know, everyone who comes along with us, this is going to be attached to you, right? Whatever we do out there, or, you know, however you're investing, right? So I went out there and I spent over $3,000.
Easily.
I came back thinking, I went out there, spent over $3,000. Yes, I had a good time. It was beautiful, but I made no connections. No connections. We're all entrepreneurs, no matter what industry that we're in. So everything that we do, everything we're spending our time on should mean something for us, right? It should mean something.
Right.
So why not, if we're already spending that kind of money when we're taking trips, why not spend it on something that's going to bring value to you, that's going to add to your portfolio? Again, no matter what industry you're in, right? Like, I'm an entrepreneur, Vina's an artist. But we're still both going to go win out there, right? I'm going to have my seminars. I'm going to make my connections, investments, whatever it is, right? Vina's going to go, potential residencies, sponsorships, you know, all of these things, right? So it's going to be attached to you. And that's the thing that we need to start doing, is making sure that all the time that we're investing out there, we're investing it right. Because there's not a lot of time to waste either. Right. So, you know, think about that. And that is the value that we're bringing.
Keep in mind also, too, like, there's other people, like, there's going to be videographers, there's going to be photographers. Like, this is an opportunity to get so much. I just went to Mexico with my family for a girls trip that I go on every single year. I know when the trip is coming. I know where we going. I know who I'm going with. And this was the first trip that I said, you know what? Let me maximize off this. Let me get my content together. Let me figure out what song I'm going to be on a yacht 3 days in a row. Let me make sure I record. And it's the same thing. This is that. You don't have to be an artist, but you're a fashion designer. It takes nothing. Yo, put this on real quick. Vid. And it's so much to do every single day. There's no day where it's just like, okay, I'm only on vacation, I'm only having fun. There's so much to do. So I feel like not only speaking with us, because you can always speak with us, we will always have answers for you, but speak to the other people that are going with you. Have questions with them. Gain a paper of questions and figure out these answers, because it's so many connections to make that'll be around for so long that you could possibly use for the rest of your life.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So, I mean, listen, for me, it's so important. It's just adding to my portfolio. That's it. That's it. Adding to my portfolio. What am I doing? What have I been working on? Who am I talking to? Who am I having these business and finance discussions with, right? So it could be the same thing for all of you, right? Who am I performing? Where am I performing at, right? Who am I dressing? Who am I styling? Things like that, right? Just think about those things. That's the important part of it. But I guess we can just kind of go a little deeper in what we're going to be doing when we're out there, what the itinerary looks like.
Yeah, for sure. So October 11th through the 16th, the goal is to make sure that every single day we there, we have a major event happening. So October 11th, we hosting our networking mixer. So it's sort of like a meet and greet event that we hosting. We're currently looking at a couple of locations. But we will be staying at the JW Marriott Marquis, which is one of the top hotels in Dubai, and not only in Dubai, but in the entire Mediterranean area out there. So the JW Marriott will stay there, and breakfast is included, daily breakfast, ground transportation is included as well. Access to all of the events is included. So, you know, that's day one. Everyone lands that evening. You get ready. If you're an artist, we scheduled in a studio session for the artist. We scheduled in a media run for the artist. early that afternoon, and then later on that evening, we'll be heading over to the networking mixers so that everyone meets from, because clearly we're traveling from different cities. So people that coming from they coming for the trip, we all will meet at this particular location. We network, we have a good time. That's day one. Day two, we doing a desert safari. We doing the pool party. Day three, we're doing the luxury yacht dinner. Day four, we doing the concert. Day 5, we going to Abu Dhabi. In Abu Dhabi, we'll visit the Grand Mosque. We'll also have a studio session scheduled for artists. We have a live stream and live performance scheduled for artists. We'll have a media run scheduled for artists in Abu Dhabi as well. But also, these platforms are available for entrepreneurs as well. So if an entrepreneur is interested in hosting a live streaming in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai and that kind of thing, that's available also. And then later on that evening, when we come back from the Grand Mosque visit in Abu Dhabi, we'll be heading over to the Versace Palace to host the farewell dinner banquet that we host every year that we go out there. So amongst other events and other things, other activities available as well on the website. You go to inviteonlyglobalvip.com. You'll see the itinerary. There's a lot going on in there. An example, let's just say I was speaking with another fashion designer in Dubai. I'm going to go this way with it real quick. In Dubai, the price of gold, if you look at the standard global price of a gram of gold is about $64 a gram. You go to Dubai, you could get that same gram for half the price. If you're a fashion designer, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're any one of those individuals that's in the realm of just seeing an opportunity to create and maximize and double your profit, you can go to the gold souk. They have a literal gold souk. It's like a market. It's like an entire mall just of gold when you can go out there, purchase as much gold as you want. Just make sure you keep it under $10,000 or else you're going to get taxed. Right, but if you keep it under 10,
get the tax money back at the airport.
And
though.
you do
They
get the tax money back at the airport, so that's a lot. I was gonna put that in there, but that's available as well. Or you can just do what I do, just buy all my gold, wear it on me, and then I don't have to claim it. I'm just rocking it, so it's cool. I could just go right through the airport with the joint. You know what I'm saying? Cheat code, But that's something you can do. You can literally go out there to Dubai. You can bargain, you can negotiate, and you could drop the price of gold to damn near half the price of what you typically will pay on a global market. But then you bring it stateside and you appraise it, and it's almost triple the price. Because over there they sell 24 karat gold. They don't sell 14, 10, and none of that. They actually, the price of gold, the quality of the gold is very high. So and in fact, they even have ATM machines where you could go to the ATM machine and get gold coins from an ATM machine, next level stuff. So again, if you're an entrepreneur, that's an opportunity for you to say, wow, I can go out there and invest in gold easily. You can invest in gold, silver, and platinum. They also have palladium, which is another resource. It's very, very high. You can also invest into that. It's a lot of different avenues for you to invest. So going back to the itinerary, that's an option that people have. Now, we creating these events. Most of our events, except for the desert safari and the trip to Abu Dhabi, but most of our events are in the evening. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can have the morning for yourself. You can move around, do what you need to do early in the morning. If you need to go to the Gold Zoo, you want to go to the mall, you want to do whatever, you want to go check out the city on your own, do your own thing, that option is available. And then later on that evening, just know that we have an event scheduled for that evening. So make sure you come back to the hotel so you can get them on the shuttle that we'll have available for you guys. And the shuttle will take you to whatever that event will be. So we have a very jam-packed itinerary. There's a lot of opportunity for people to do different things, experience different things at high levels. And yeah.
Yeah. And you can also use the day to build your content,
Yep.
all of that stuff. So, one component too that we provide is the business coaching aspect as well. So, those conversations are needed also because it is important to understand, yes, you are a brand, but then you're also running a business, right? Your brand is your business. So we have those conversations as well, which are very important. But yeah, so all of that is a part of the itinerary. That's what we're doing. I know the payment started already.
Yes,
Payment
correct.
plans have
So
started.
right now you can literally make a reservation for as little as $100 per person. You make a $100 reservation. And currently over here at the Q&A, we have Dime. Shout outs to Dime over there. I see you always working, doing your thing. So you guys can get with Dime if you guys are interested and you make a reservation to lock in a package. She'll be able to explain to you exactly what packages are available, what package will complement you, whether you're an artist or you're an entrepreneur. If you're a couple, we have couple packages. If you're single, you just want to go out there and party and celebrate a birthday, you just broke up with your girl or your man or whatever.
Vina's going to celebrate her birthday out there.
Vina's celebrating. She's going to be lit out there.
I'm single. Hold on now.
Hey, it's going to be a movie for real. So we have that going on. You know what I'm saying? Any cause of celebration, Dubai is a destination, and that has a nice ring to it. But yeah. So we currently are taking $100 deposits. And once you make a deposit, then we'll send you an invoice, and we'll send you reminders as well via email for you to be notified of your next payment. You have from now until September 15th to pay it off in full. So you literally have almost like 4.5 months to take care of your payments and take care of your situations.
No one is doing that.
Ain't nobody doing that. You know what I'm saying?
No one is doing that.
And that's the beauty of what we're doing. And I appreciate you guys for even considering being a part of this project, because without you guys, we wouldn't be in this position right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's a blessing to know that we are doing something that's transcending. We are mavericks to the whole idea of international outsourcing. Ain't no one doing that. Not at this level, not creating communities, not creating a group of individuals that's aligned for one common goal, which is to go overseas and maximize the opportunities and the resources that are out there for us. No one is doing that. They have people got specific groups that travel. Obviously, there's travel groups and stuff like that. But complementing and catering to what we're catering into, nobody's doing that globally. Right. 8 billion humans on the planet, and we here sitting down trying to explain to people what's available at a high level without any prior blueprint. So salute to you guys, you know what I'm saying? And salute to everybody that's helping us. Shasha, Leanne, Yana, Ses45, Kev, 1122. Stay out late out there in Toronto. Obviously, Edwin Diaz in Orlando. Like, we have a lot of people that's really helping us in creating the situation. It's not a 3-person army. Like, we really have a situation that's never been seen. We tapping into uncharted waters, and of course, shout out to Dime out there. Can't forget the Queen. But I'm just happy and very proud to be involved in this project with you guys.
Likewise, and we're not here twisting anyone's arm. Also, this is, we saw value in this for ourselves, and we feel so passionate about it that we want to share with our community because we support our culture. We're all about the culture, right? If we're not giving the information and resources out back to each other, then what are we really doing, right? We have to support each other so we can continue to grow. Right.
So, with all that being said, opportunities for you guys to outsource is finally here. Like Sue mentioned earlier, we're not gatekeeping. We actually encouraging you guys to build with us, to network with us, and just stay focused and stay locked in, because it requires a certain level of focus in order for you to be successful in anything. So this is a project that will happen every year. The intention is for us to go to Dubai every year, just like people host Rolling Loud, South by Southwest, Coachella. They do that every year, the Grammys. Then guess what? Every year, just know for sure, Invite Only Global VIP and Fearless International will be going to Dubai, creating this movement and doing product placement and putting artists and entrepreneurs in position to enhance their NIL and that type of stuff, right? So this is something, once again, you guys out there, everyone listening, we are available. We are not out here trying to, we're not Hollywood. Reach out to any one of us. Vina is very good on social media. She responds within 24 hours, which is amazing because I'm sure she's busy all the time. But somehow she finds a way to respond within the time frame. And I'm like, wow, I'm impressed. Sue, same way. You know what I mean? So you guys, out there, please reach out to us. We out here for you guys. We here for the culture, and we're not really trying to discourage you from whatever marketing strategy, whatever vision or plan you have. We're not discouraging. We want to enhance it, so just consider being a part of what we got going on and add that to your itinerary of events for the year. So now for sure every year I'll close out the year with the team. You know what I'm saying? With Fearless International, with Invite Only Global VIP, I'm closing out the year because October is the beginning of the fourth quarter. And you want to wrap the fourth quarter up the strongest way possible. You know what I'm saying? And that's why
for the next year.
Exactly. So set the tone for the following year. So, and that's the goal here, is for us to actually have a situation where we could close out the year and consider saying, you know what, I had an exceptional 2024. What better way than to say, let's toast at the Versace Palace for a great accomplishment that we got this year.
I feel like we hear often, use your resources. And then when you think back about it, it's like, damn, I do know this person, I know this person, I have these resources in these places, but nobody's coming to get me to show me anything.
Right.
Nobody's coming to get me to teach me anything. Nobody's coming to give me money. Nobody's coming to do any of that. So at some point, you have to become your own resource.
Yes.
And that's only going to happen if you step out of fear and if you step out of this same mindset that you have. And it's like, okay, how do I think about other things if I don't know what else to think about and I've only been thinking this?
Right.
Get around other people. Go see other things. Have other conversations. If you're scared to ask that question, ask it. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get an answer that it's going to change your life. And that's what happened with us. My man set up a whole interview just to have a conversation with me to pick my brain to see where my head was at. And that answered all the questions for him. Like, okay, I could put some money in her pocket. Okay, Vina's now a new resources. And that, for me, I'm now a new resource. I can now do what I need to do with Sue. I can now call him to start this. I can now call Veg to do this and do all of these kind of things. So the opportunity is there for all of y'all. And I feel like, you know, I've been in my career for a long time. I'm not afraid of my age. I'm 27. I started my career when I was 2, but I started singing when I was like 15, 16. And all these years, I've never been brought an opportunity like this in my life.
Wow.
And I have resources on top of resources on top of resources. I know everybody in the whole industry knows me, but nobody's offering me anything because in their mind, I'm just so good at what I do, I don't need it. That's not the case. It'll never be that way. And as long as you're alive, you're going to continue to grow and you're always going to need something else to take you to another level. So don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of the possibilities. Write out your possibilities. Write out the things that you believe in and that you think can happen, but you're just too afraid of them happening. And I promise you, it's going to happen. Put the first step and call your mans.
Yeah.
They want to chill with you to buy bottles. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to buy Mary's.
Right. Exactly.
Buy a plane ticket, my brother,
Facts.
and come to Dubai, and let's really do something that we've never done before. And you can wear my clothes. How about that?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, spread the love, y'all. Spread the info.
Yes, you said it best. Change your mindset so that you can start your manifestation. Okay? That is it. The only way you're going to manifest what you really want out of life is by changing your mindset, right? Depending on, you know, who we're around, how we grew up, we have this, you know, closed mindset, right? We need to think growth. Change your mindset, manifestation will follow.
But to add to that, because there is steps, right? So it starts in your mind 100%. But after you change your mind, you have to change the circle around you. And then after you change the circle around you, and to be effective, you have to change the environment around you. And once you change that, that's when you will start seeing dramatic shifting in everything you have going on. It starts in your mind, then it starts with the relationships, and it starts with the environment, then it ends with the environment, then you will see it, oh wow, I'm in a whole different league now. You know what I'm saying? But it started in your mind, as you guys mentioned. So I'm 100% behind you guys when you say that. And also keep in mind, the goal here, I mean, I'm assuming everyone wants to progress. I'm assuming everyone wants to be better. Everyone wants to change generational circumstances. I'm assuming these things. So when we created the 4 pillars, business, entrepreneurs, luxury lovers, and adventure seekers, I'm assuming anyone in those categories is interested in changing some level of generational circumstance. So we not here trying to hold you guys back from doing anything. We want to encourage you guys because, again, in order for us to build Rome, in order for us to build Egypt, in order for us to build Greek, we have to build a community of individuals, and everyone has to be essential. So now, if you have the ability to be a clothing designer, guess what? You are essential personnel. You have the ability to be a media personality, to be an artist, to be any level of skill that you may have is necessary in order for a community to be or a group of individuals to be essential no matter where they go. Because now we're not only bringing value through our spending power, but we also bringing value through our actual skill set. So these are 2 different forms of resources and strength that we bring into any country. That's why a country like Dubai will give us a $25 million yacht without questions, because they'll say, yo, I already know what type of people you be around. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that bring capital and also bring elite level of performance. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the goal here. Now, if birds of a feather flock together, why would you not want to be a part of a community that operates at that level? You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're making it easy for you guys now, because it's easy for you to identify who we are, because we already told you this is what we're doing for you. So now all you have to do is just meet us halfway and come to the table and say, hey, listen, I'm interested in what you guys, the conversation you guys are having. So tell me more, right? And now we're not asking you to do something that's out of your comfort zone. We asking you just to give us your attention for a second, which is what you guys are doing here today, and thank you for that. And then after this conversation, now you make a decision whether it's valuable for you or not. But guess what? Also, the other thing that we're doing is going across the country, having the same conversations. And the same way you feel right now is the same way everybody feels when they listen to what we have to say. So yeah, that's really what this is about.
And also entrepreneurs, we have businesses. This is business expense. Business expense. You can expense this trip under your business, okay? So think about all of that. It's just a great opportunity, you know, just overall, yeah. But thank you. Thank you
For
both
sure.
for
It's a
sitting here
pleasure.
with
Thank
me.
you,
Thank
Sue.
you, Vina.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you. And I appreciate you guys. And this is the second Q&A we're doing in New York. And we currently in conversation about organizing maybe a third one. So there'll possibly be a third one in New York City. And, you know, we're looking forward to just keep doing these, just building dialogue. And listen, when it comes to you, Vina, like I can't even fathom, like I can't even see this project working without someone of your caliber involved in it. Because you are really going to knock the door down for a lot of different artists that in the near future, when they see what you are capable of accomplishing when you go to Dubai with us and you come back home, and now it's like, wow, it was that easy. All I had to do was just go to Dubai. Look, Vina did it, and that's gonna be an incredible. I could already see it. I could feel it, right? So, and even everyone that I'm having a conversation with in Dubai right now, where I'm telling her, I'm shopping around your EPK over there, and people are like, wow, like yes, let's keep this conversation. Like just the response, I'm like, wow, this is overwhelming in a positive way, because it's like they've been waiting for someone like you to go over there. You know what I'm saying? And operate, because what really motivates them is the fact that you are the total package. They clearly see that, and then when they like. She's bringing a whole community with her. Yeah. No artists ever do that. Future been out there. Rick Ross been out there. They don't bring 100 people from America to go over there to go see him perform. They don't do that.
Right.
So how an artist like Vina is doing that?
Right.
Now, this is a topic of conversation that they're going to be having across any office. How you pulling that off? Future, yeah, they sell out arenas, but it's just local people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Vina is going out there with 100 people supporting what she got going on, plus the locals going to pull up and have a good time. Yo, this is different.
Thank you.
It's different.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity because, again, I did say through all these years of my career, I haven't really, you know, we know all these people, but the opportunities haven't always been the craziest, you know, of what you expect. So for you to definitely, you know, reach out to me, I think this was amazing. It makes sense to me. And again, my first headlining show. That was a live Excell live wire show. So
Shout out to Swag. He over there in the cut too. He was up. He was part of that.
So you know, this is big to me, and I think I'm not gonna speak too much because I am a doer and I like to speak after. So if you don't come, we're going regardless.
That's it.
But I just hope, you know, you believe in it like we do. And when we come back and you see all the footage and everything, you didn't make it this year, but you'll make it next year. Facts. And yeah, we're excited. We're, again, a group of genuine people, so feel free to contact us, speak with us, have any questions you have. And we all actually know each other. Like, this is not a front, this is not an ad. We actually know each other. So it's a family environment, and we really just want everybody to progress. We could just be going ourselves and
Facts.
do it like that, and just, you know, this is hard work to invite everyone. So we're putting out the effort, and I hope y'all, you know, feel it, love it, and rock with us.
All right. So then that's it for this particular Q&A.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We did that.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a live audience.
Yeah, we
y'all.
forgot we had a live audience. Y'all was so locked in. But I appreciate you guys, and
You know?
and that wasn't, you didn't press that button either.
Right.
That wasn't the button. That was real people.
applause.
Yeah, natural. Thank you
Oh, I
guys.
feel like I'm being rude though. So all right, shouldn't we give like little? We ain't give no introductions. All right. My name is Vina Love, Harlem Princess. It's your girl. If you didn't know, now you do. Singer, songwriter, dancer, choreographer, CEO of my own record label, and also a philanthropist. I do a lot of work with children, a lot of work with community, and you know, I'm into the fashion situation as well. And yeah, I'm just into creating opportunities for other people because, again, little girl from Harlem, and I've had a celebrity father my entire life, and I know what it means to be on that side and on the other side. So I think it's a big deal for me, being a product of my environment, to show people another way of being an artist, entrepreneur, as well as an influencer. So yeah, Vina Love, follow me on the gram.
And I'm your girl, Sue Fearless. Business, finance, lifestyle expert, which includes travel. Yes. I focus on entrepreneurship, financial literacy. I also do a lot of work with the youth. We need to pour into our youth. They need to get all these gems and all this information. I fell so many times. So this is why I'm passionate about sharing the knowledge that I have now with others so that you don't fall as many times as I did, So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I do media and I just like to have fun.
And I'm Excell, man of God. I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I'm a visionary. I'm a dreamer, and I'm a very passionate individual that loves international exploration. So I'm here to work with you guys, and God willing, you guys really get the information, you let it marinate, and then you come to a conclusion where you also have to start exploring options overseas as well. Invite Only Global VIP on Instagram, Fearless International on Instagram, Excell_Livewire style on IG, and I'm there, man. Whatever you guys need, if it's within my grasp, then I'll be able to work with you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.